All right, so first we're gonna talk about the project, and then after we start our work for today, right? What we're gonna do for today, okay? So the first thing is introduction. I mean, if you look at here, right, this project is divided into, I think, 10 to 12 part, okay, around. So the introduction is just reading, right? 10 minutes of time you can read through. I said 10 minutes, but just to do this one maybe took me an hour, right? So you guys can just read through here, just read through that, like what are the things we're going to use in our project. Next.js, TypeScript, Tailwind, Redux, UI, Prisma, NextAuth, right? All these things. Learning goal. So basically, doing this project, what should we will be learning? How to structure your application, how to write clean, professional, quality code, how to think like software engineer and all that things. After completing these things, you should be able to basically think like this, right? What should you know right before starting this project? So client and server component. So we must know what is client and server component. I will explain again if someone still has a doubt, right? We'll talk about that. But routing, building API, database integration with Prisma, authentication, right, with NextAuth. So these are the few things we should have some idea, right, before we continue. But I know some of you maybe, I mean, we just finished the NextAuth concept, right, last 2 days. But I will go again from base, how we're gonna implement in our project, right, later. So in the weekend time, if you get time, right, and you have some doubt on this concept, look at our whole project. I mean, whole course, what we did with the fundamental Next.js, the concept we studied, right? Routings, in building API, creating database, using Prisma use Prisma to manage our data, right? Prisma client. Then we work with the authentication and NextAuth, NextAuth, right? Very basic. At least we should have some idea on that part, okay? So the project roadmap, right? Project roadmap, basically, maybe, right, you thinking how to start and finish the project. Any project, when we have to work on, right, we always think, oh my god, where I can start and how I'm going to finish, what should I write first, and all that things. So the advice is always we take a simple approach, right? We always think about the core features, like the features must be there, right? So for example, let's say you are creating booking app, right? Booking app for the movie theater, a booking app. In the booking app, what are the core feature? So basically, maybe someone in there, right, even the login, someone has to create account, right, and to go and book, so that we can keep information of that user, the person who made a booking, right? We must track that person, their payment and all that information. So the login maybe come later, right? But let's say, for example, ticket, or maybe the different show, right? And the ticket related to that, how many seats are there, let's say the how many person it can hold, right? So that, and you can mark which one you want to book. People want to select the seat also in the movie theater. So these kind of things, you're going to create first, right? You maybe, once the booking happen for that particular seat, maybe you will highlight that it's already booked, or some kind of information, right? So all these things are there. You can divide, right, the core feature, like core part, and the advanced feature, maybe something like user authentication, assigning, in this case we're going to have user authentication, assigning, because we are using the bug fixer, right? Like, let's say in somewhere, let's say you are working in a software company, and there, right, your clients, your user, the people who are using software, find some issue, right? So they're gonna request they're gonna add the bug, right? Okay, here is some issue, can you please fix? So now that bug, in your company now you have people who gonna go and fix the problem, right? So that bug must assign to one of the your company employee, so assigning issue to the one of the employee. You want to do filter, sorting, pagination, and all kind of things, dashboard, create dashboard and all that, right? So these are the advanced feature you can implement later, but the first thing is, if this is the let's say issue website, right, creating issue, you must know how to create issue. So that will be the core feature. You create, display the issue in the website, update and delete all. These are the core feature, like CRUD, right, for issue. So this is one feature. Issue is just one feature, right? In the website sometimes there are many features, so all the feature you're gonna do one piece by piece, right? You complete one features, then work on the next feature same way, and all that. So once you complete one feature, once you complete the website, right, most of the things are done already. So you're just adding additional features which just required couple of things, so most of the time you will be copy paste the code, just changing couple of things like that, right? Maybe adding some extra stuff. So the always divide this, always think, right, and make a note what are the main features, just the features you can add in the beginning, and then later make advanced, right, add the advanced features. So when you are building this application, when we are building this application, right, we are going to focus on the features at a time, means one features at a time. We're not gonna like jump all over the place. We're not gonna do that. Just take one steps, complete that one, move to the next step, next step, next step, like that. Okay. When building features, our goal is not to come with a perfect solution. First we build the working features, then improve the code. Okay. So there is saying, right, there is no such thing as a perfect in software development. Make it work and improve it. So just make it work first and then improve it. So that was the 10-minute reading. You can read maybe 2 times, 3 times, and setting up the projects, right? So now it's time to set up our projects. So see, look at here, right, this number 1, we finished one part, right? 1, 2, setting up the project, and 3, creating issue, right, and database and all that. So in 3, basically in the part 2, I have not written a lot of things here, right? So maybe it will be 2 to 3 different commit, right, I believe. Yeah. So this part, the second part, we're gonna finish today. Okay. So here is navbar. Yeah, basically the navbar, right? Okay, I think I did some update today, right? Let me just push that code. But before that, right, I will show you this, what I have done here. Okay. So let's go back. So this is the dashboard. This navigation bar we're gonna build. Okay, only these things we're gonna do today. But we're gonna set up the whole process, right? The GitHub account. I mean, create the repository, clone that one, install the Next.js, and then create this navbar. And once we complete, you guys will do the same thing. And once you finish that one, right, let's say you're done, you practice this, you remember everything, you memorize it, you make a notes, tomorrow morning before we start class again, maybe just repeat what we have done today, maybe take 10-20 minutes, just go through that. Let's say you really understand, right? Because what happens when this basic stuff you remember, right, and then slowly we advance, and there will be connection everywhere, a lot of connection, right, and we start forgetting, like mix max everywhere, it will be like a mess, right, later. So in that time it becomes so difficult to even track. I don't know where this data is coming from, which file, what I'm doing with this one, or now what should I do. I mean, it's gonna get mess. Okay, trust me. But we have to be really try to make a connection. Okay, I'm getting this information from this file. This is what this component is doing this kind of work, so I'm using this here. maybe other places. If something is used in many places, so you maybe move that one in separate component, and then just, you don't want to create the same stuff in all the pages, right? If something is used all over the place, we always, like, put in a separate file and use, just call that file, right, everywhere. So refactor our code also. Okay, so here if you go to the issue page here, right, see, you just, these are the few things, these are the issue, right? So you're gonna add new issue. So here I can say maybe bug, right, the bug 8 in my system, right, something like that, whatever issue. And this is creating problem in my website. Okay, bug 8. So this is the same CRUD operation what you guys have done before. Okay, same thing, but just the look is different, right? Even let's say I want to make a bold now. Okay, I want to add maybe italic right here. So please send support, right? Something like that. You can add even the bullet list, right? Let's say you want to add this. Hi, 1, 2.
Dave,
Yeah.
what did you use for that? Is that a package?
Yeah, there is a package for this.
Oh,
So we will talk about all this, right? So now, right, let's say, submit this, for example. Okay, you see that icon moving, right, loading icon and all that. So you see, you get the bug in the system, bug 8 in the system right here. If you click here, so that was the create part, right, create part. If you now go to the bug here, right, this page, because we have the whole CRUD operation. So this is the view part, displaying, right? And even there is a status now, open, close, or maybe in progress, something like that. So this is open. The open is by default, created on this date. Today is 25. Yeah, so that is the date. Here is the information, the display. You want to edit now, right? There is edit button, click on that, right? And it will see, it just, I just put update, right, update like this, 3, 4. Okay, update issue, and it will update. And see, here is the, if you go back again here, right, you see the already update here, right? See how everything is working fine. So so I have done until create, read, basically create, view, and update part, right? So I'm going to work after the class, I'm going to work on the delete part, and then, after the delete, right, I will be so after that I will be moving to the next phase, the let's say that will be done, right? Then I will be moving to the advanced feature, authentication, assigning issues, sorting, filtering, and dashboard, all that, right, we're going to do. So hopefully I will finish this delete today, and then from tomorrow I will start on these features. So this week by Saturday, Sunday, I should be able to finish all this, right? And then slowly we will move. Okay, I mean, in our case, we're going to start, it's going to take the time we to reach just this one, maybe take a week, right? And then we're going to move here. So that is all the story, right? This is what we are building for today class. Is just a nav bar. Okay, it's a lot of work, but we will do that. We're going to learn a lot of things here also. All right, guys, so that was the, let me close this, and we start our work now, right? So even Santana, right, Santana, you ask me question, okay, after class, let's say something you don't understand, right, please let me know, right? But you try to practice, you exactly do what I'm doing for next 2 to 3 weeks. Try to practice, right? And just if you get stuck somewhere, you ask me, and any one of you, no problem. After class, you practice. If you have any doubt, right, in any part, let me know. Connect with me in the Zoom, and I will explain. Because if you cross through this project, right, and you build this project, let's say even you don't have idea and lot of JavaScript things, React things, right, but if you complete these projects and understand each, I mean, you have understanding already, a lot of things you understand, okay, only sometimes few things maybe you get stuck, let me know, and we will talk about that. So after, what gonna happen, right, later, let's say you practice on your own, you do some projects on your own, this thing's gonna help you, okay, to quickly learn through anything you're gonna learn, even HTML, CSS, or JavaScript, whatever you're gonna re-practice, right. So you already in the high level, and when you go down to practice something in the lower level, right, your confidence will be so high, you can easily understand the lower things, okay. So that's why, do not ignore, right, don't think like, oh my god, this is difficult for me, I'm just a beginner. No, don't do that one. Everything is just the right way to work, right, just work hard, and all of you can do the same thing. All right, guys, so let's continue. So now the here setting up the project, right, we're going to start that. But one more thing I want to show you, right, let's say for example, uh, creating, this is the third module, right, creating issue, like creating in the CRUD, right, the first one is creating, so in that one setting up database and all that. So okay, I will change, I think all this I will give a number, right, see all this heading, I need to give a number so that we know how many commit we're gonna make, okay. All these headings are one and one is one concept, right. So yeah, I have to do the numbering system better. Okay, I will change that once. I started adding, right, for example, if you look at here, for example, let's say in this updating issue, right, see that this is the first work, then you're gonna do second work, third work, fourth, 5, 6, right, 7. So we have deleting, authentication, assigning issue, filtering, sorting, dashboard, and going to the production, right. So this time I added, but this we will be not able to finish, because even when I'm doing now, right, it takes me like for 1 hour work here, if I put 1 hour, it takes me like 2-3 hours, right, to complete. So but it's okay. 1 hour is for when you remember, right, when you memorize it, then you're gonna write it in 1 hour, okay, that's the time. All right, guys, so let's continue. So you all have this link, right, I will send you now, okay. This is for the reading purpose, and what I'm going to start is new project today, and then from there we're going to work, right. So let me send this link right now in the chat, okay. So the video will be here, okay. This is the introduction, right. I'm going to add the video link just above this one, okay. So just remember that. So that is the project, like completed one, just for reading purpose, and we're going to start the new now. So the new project. So before we start, one more thing, okay. Every day, right, on the daily basis, let's say today is this part, right, this part, and if we are doing something tomorrow, if you get time, right, just read through that quickly, okay, before me starting the project. Let's say tomorrow we're going to start this, right, creating issue. So just read through this one and see how much you understand it, right. Just get some idea what I'm going to do in the class, okay. So even if I'm doing something mistake, you guys can look at quickly, okay. And also the code, if you want to code, right, if you want to look at the code, so the commit here, click on this commit, right, commit, and let's say the first commit will be here, right, navbar, or if you go older one here, I think there is two more commit, like a setup project, initial commit, a setup project, right. See, so here if you open this, right, open the repository at the point of this history. So whatever code I added in this commit, if you want to look at that history, just click on this here, right? And it will bring you to that history code. Okay, it's not like everything, it's just the history on that 5 days before. Look at here, 5 days before, right? I started this. So that history code you will get here. Okay, so whatever we have done, right? If you go to the app section, so I have done nothing, right? I think I just changed some code in the page, just refactor page, and that was the initial, right? What was the let's say setup project, right? Yeah, that's the commit. So you can look at the history. Okay, one more thing, let me go back, and what I'm saying is, let's say for example navbar, right? Or maybe styling navbar. So view commit details, right? Look at here, view commit details. If I click on there, so here is everything on that day, right? What happened on that day. So if you see the minus, the red one here, or maybe the pink color, right? So that minus means what? That line of code is removed, and after added, this all plus one is added on that day. On that commit, all the plus one is added. Okay, and the orange, or sorry, pink one is deleted, right? So that is how you're going to look at the code, what is removed and what are the things added, right? So that's how you're going to look at this commit. Okay, fine. So I hope you all guys get idea. And also, if someone has difficulty using the Visual Studio, sorry, the what do you call that, GitHub, right? Let me know. But I will just make a note, right? Whatever we do now, for example, let's go to the start from the zero, right? This is the profile, my profile. Okay, if you go to your profile here, so now you're gonna see the button, right, to create the repository somewhere. Either you go click on this repository, or you can go to your profile, and here you don't see the new repository, but just click on repository, right, this one, or you can click here. Okay, if you click, then it will bring up this green button, right, new. Look at here. Yeah, click on that. So we are creating the new project now, right? So I will call it, that was the bug tracker, the old one is bug, so let's make it issue tracker. Okay, issue right up, that's public readme file, and yeah, done. So let's create a repository. So this is my project. Okay, this is my project folder, issue tracker, right? So I will clone this now. Click on this, copy the link, https right here, copy this link, and go to the GitHub, sorry, this Visual Studio, right? So okay, let's clone this, and then I will talk about again the extension. So where I'm gonna add now, right, where I want to save my project. So I'll click file, open folder, and I think I have all my project in the GitHub here, right, in the document. So you guys can, just figure out where you are saving, right? So this is GitHub, and here is Next.js. GitHub, yeah, Next.js, I think. So let's open that. Okay, so I will just, I can keep anywhere, it does not matter, I can keep it anywhere. So let's keep it in the directly in the GitHub itself, right? So I'll just keep it here directly. Okay, so I have a lot of project here, but it's okay, a lot of things, right? That's fine. So what I will do now, the command, now look at the command, right? Git clone, okay, space, and I will right click and paste that link what I copied from the GitHub, right? And enter. So once it created the issue tracker, now you guys are gonna see somewhere here I issue tracker, right? So I will switch to that project, cd issue tracker, enter, right? That's it. So now I'm gonna install the Next.js, right? So what, before I install, see the readme file, right? Because Next.js will give us the new readme file, so there will be conflict. So let's delete this one, I don't need that. Okay, delete that. Okay, next step is, let's talk about the extension, right? What are the extension you're gonna need? So Prisma, please add Prisma in your computer. So this is the one, Prisma. Tailwind CSS, I believe you all have, right? Tailwind CSS intelligence, add that one. React Redux, so ES7, this one, right? ES7 plus React Redux, React Native snippet, add that one. Then TypeScript, okay, so I think JavaScript, right? Let's say not that one, but so this one, right? So okay, even I don't have this JavaScript and TypeScript nightly, right? Nightly. So let's install this one. Okay, so that is done. So these are the few extensions we must add in our project, right? So that will be helpful. If you look at the code here, let's go to the document. Okay, go back to the document. So if you read through here, I think you will find, right, the extension also to add. Not there. Okay, so maybe I miss, right, to add that. But anyway, I mean, you can look at the video here, right? So create a new GitHub repo, issue tracker, clone it, open Visual Studio, VS Code. Look at this. So all this extension you just add in your computer, means in your Visual Studio. Now let's install the Next.js. Okay, so how you install the Next.js? Go to the Next.js installation and copy this, right? So you can click on this button, copy that, and okay, so now so see here, right click, because I want to install, because I am already connected to this issue tracker, right? I want to add the Next.js to this folder. Issue tracker is my main folder, main project folder. Okay, so when you adding any project to the folder, means that's the project folder, you don't have to create again. So that's why / it means put in the same folder, right? Enter. TypeScript, yes, I need TypeScript. ESLint, yes. Tailwind CSS, yes. Source directory, no. So that is no selected, right? App route, yes, because now Next.js 13.4, I mean all is app router, right? So S. Alias, leave it default, right? So we're not gonna change. Okay, whatever is @ that is default, so leave it. That is @ is the default, basically the root route, right? So we don't want to change. Okay, we don't want to customize, So just leave it no, right? And done. Okay, so that is what we have done here. Let's see, install the Next.js. Now you're gonna commit, right? But before we commit, initial commit or project setup, you can put the name here. So still installing, so just give it few minutes. So today is the first class, so I just want to, at least when you work on this project, all the, like documentation, how you're going to read through, what you will be doing, right? So that's why I explain everything here. So that's the reason our class today will be like 50% was just talking, and then now we work on the navbar and try to complete that. It's taking a little time, right? Maybe the network issue. Okay, so it's done now. So what we will do, right? You see here it looks a lot of mess, like I have so much file, right? So what I will do better, file, open folder, and I just gonna open that one project, okay, which I'm working on right now. So in the GitHub and my issue tracker, so here open that, right? Okay, so I just now clean, there is nothing, just that project. And if I go to the terminal by clicking this toggle panel, or you can go to the terminal, new terminal, right? But I will just click on this button here, icon, toggle. See, I get my terminal, and look at here, right? I'm already, because I just opened the main folder as a issue tracker in my terminal here. I already have issue tracker, see, and that is my working folder. So I don't have to do cd and anything, right? It's there already. Okay, so now I want to do the cleanup first and then make a commit. So okay, let's start the project, right? So npm run development, and the problem is port is already in the use, right? 3000 is in use. So okay, so it just took 3001, fine, leave it there. So 3001 now. So this is the home page, right? So let me clean this up. Okay, I don't want all that. So everything is now in app folder. Everything is app folder, right? So let's look at the app folder here and go to the page. So you have the CSS, global CSS layout, and the page, right? So just delete this main, and I'm gonna put a main. I will leave it there, but now I will like that, and h1, this is home page. Okay, save, and if you go to the browser, you see that home page. This is home page, but this is gradient, right? So let's clean this up also. So now that is in the global CSS. See, there is a root, some of the styling here, background, start, in, all that. You must need this for Tailwind. That is the media query. So even if you delete, right, let's say if you want to delete all this, it will not make any difference, just delete all this. Okay, and now you just have the plain home page, localhost 3001, because we have 3000 other last project running, so yes, that is the home page. So done, guys. So we just set up our project, right? It's finished. So what we can do now, we're gonna make the first commit. That's important, right? So let me cancel here. So if someone has already set up, right, if you already have the GitHub basically linked in your Visual Studio, so see that code here, source code. So I can commit here also, it will be easy for me, right? So I'll say, so here you just have to do it. So I will show you this one writing here, next time I will write the command. Okay, so here I'll say initial commit. Or maybe, yeah, initial commit, first commit, so initial commit, right? And click on commit, and then you click again to push the code, right, to the GitHub. Done. So now if you go to the GitHub, let's go right and check. So not that one here, right? Yeah. So refresh this and you get this commit, everything here now. So I don't know what is that commit 30 minutes ago, but committed now, right? Initial commit. Okay, it look like initial commit is 2 times, but I don't know why. But this is the initial commit, right? Committed now, so initial commit. Okay, fine. So that was the first commit. Now the next step is, what is the next step? We finish this part, right? Navbar, creating the navbar. So it says create navbar file in the app directory. So let's do that. So I go to this explore code here in the app. All our code will be in the app directory. Okay, guys, always, right? App directory. So because now what we have learned before in the React, right? We create the component folder and then you add all your footer, header, nav, so because of the app directory, right, in all our route will be here. Let's say you have home page, maybe the about page, issue page, whatever, right? It is separate routes. So the related files, right, you can keep in the same routes. You can create there the component folder. If something need for that route, right, just keep it in the same place. It will be more organized, right? Because this navigation is for everywhere, I will just leave it directly in together with the layout and app page here in the main folder here. Okay, so just leave it, it will not make any difference, right? So I'll call it nav bar. So what is that? TypeScript tsx react arrow function, and that is the nav bar, right? Okay, so we just created the react arrow function here, and because our file name is navbar, that is it created, right? So now I can remove this. I just put a nav semantic tag. Let's use semantic tag. Then what I want is a link, right? So let's add a link, import link. Okay, from the next link, right? So this link is a tag. The advantage of link, right, when you use link, a link has a special property. Okay, it will load the page without reloading the whole website, right? It just fetch the changes only, right? So that means it avoid reloading the whole websites. Now here we're gonna say maybe okay, let's add a link directly, or what we're gonna do, right? Yeah, it's okay, let's put a logo here. So that will take you to the home page. Yeah, then you're gonna have ul, right, and li and link tag like this. So this is a dashboard, and so we have to, when you have link, it must provide the href attribute. You must provide that, right? So this will be the dashboard, and right now that is, for example, home page. Okay, and then we have the issue page, right? So let's put it ISSUES issues page. So here will be issue, right? Issues, I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that is all the link we have. Now to display this link, right, in our page, for example, let's say here right now we don't see anything. Okay, you just have this home page, right? So we need to run our server. Okay, what I will do, I'm gonna just cancel the last one. Okay, I'll just remove this. So we're gonna run in 3000. Okay, it's okay. npm run development. Yeah, so that is it's gonna run now. Okay, so localhost 3000 is here. Click on this and we are live now. So still you're gonna see that home page only. Okay, whatever, this is home page. So now we want our navbar, right, to display in all the pages. So how you do that? Layout. Layout means it groups the all pages, right? So layout means you have the, when you have any page, right, you want to add navbar, footer, sidebar, all that. So you can structure in layout. Okay, so if you look at here, this is the body, right? This is the body, HTML. Just see, return, always look at the return part, right? What is it returning? So the layout is the root layout. This is the component for root layout, and it has HTML. This is the HTML which will be displayed in our website all the time. That is the HTML. You passing the code now to the body, right, as the children. You just passing here. You just bring the children. It will be passed automatically. So now everything will go in the body, right? Like everything will go in the body. So here we call our navbar also above the children, right? Like that. So see, it says missing the definition, right? Navbar is not defined. So let's click this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to click here, right, and I say control dot, right, and it says move to the new file, move file, disable. Okay, I don't see here, right? Okay, fine, we have to import now. Then you have to import it. If it will not get automatically, then you have to import navbar like this. And something, oh, here, that's why I spell it wrong, navbar, right? Okay, so navbar now is fine. Let's go check in our website. So you see the navbar here, logo, dashboard, and issues, right? And there is a home page. So it's time to add styling now. Yeah, so let's do some styling and then we're going to move to the next step, right? So let's go to the navbar. So see, this is the parent. The box nav is a parent. It has two children, the link here and the next ul tag, right? The ul is the next box. So let's style the parent. So I say flex. If you do the flex, now it will move in the one line, right? Look at here. The next, let's add space, x-axis maybe 6. So see, what is space, right? You have to just click here and it add some kind of space between right, left, and all that, right? With the calculating some area, calc function. So a lot of things here, right? Already added. So it's nice to use the space. So you can compare the number, right? How much space you need, you just compare. See, this much added, 6 there. Between the two child, the logo and the UL. But now I have LI, so I did mistake here, right? Let's put LI again, put here. So UL has two child, two LI. So the class name flex, same thing, what I did above, right? Space 6, and you're gonna see now there, right? See, okay. So why not give some padding on the navbar, right? Let's do that. So that is here. So padding X, maybe I think 5 or maybe 10. Let's add it 5, right? So you see some space here. Okay, so to make difference from the home page and the navbar, let's add a border, right? Border bottom, okay? And you see this the line, right? See that border? It looks very narrow, that there is no height, right? So let's give a height of maybe 14, 15 or 16, something like that. Height 14. Okay, you see that height there? Okay, good. I want to put this text little outside of this header, right? So we can do it like a margin bottom, maybe 5, and see what happens. So that is outside of header, just give some text. So right now we no need to worry about these things, just worry about here. So my content is not in the center, right? How I can arrange that? So the flex item center, right? See, okay, good. Now that is done, right? That is done. So we can I think we can, what we can do now, right? Let's commit this, okay? And then we're gonna have one more commit in the navbar. So git add, I will just use now command. If someone don't have this connected to your GitHub, then you can use here git add, then git commit -m, and this will be set up navbar, right? Navbar, okay? And then git push. All right, so now, so if you look at the code here, refresh this page, right? You will see setup navbar here. Okay, I did not good, right? I should have put capital letter in the beginning, but it's okay, you get the idea. So let's add some more improvement to the navbar, right? So I want to I want basically what I want now, right? I want this text little dark, means okay, let's add that. Class name, font, color, right? So that will be zinc, maybe. Oh no, text zinc, I think that is okay. Let's make it 500. Okay, and when you hover, right, hover text, this one, the navbar, I remember. Okay, it was easy part, right? So I just remember all the code, so I'm trying to write myself. If I don't remember, I will just look at the code and copy that. So maybe make it 800, something like that. Yeah. So let's see. Now if we go back, we have to run the server. So So next time I will just use this commit, GitHub commit here. Let's refresh this page. Yeah. So look at here, the color change, right? And however it just come to 900 or 800, whatever. So let's imagine, right, if you have this link maybe 10, 12, you have to make a lot of changes then and need to add all this color, right? You think you're gonna do one by one? A lot of work, you know. So we have to think about that also, right? Repeating, I have to copy this code and put here and all. But one more thing we can add is let's say, because we have hover, right, transition. So you want to hover, you know, like slow transition, right? So transition color, where is that? Here. Yeah, so that will add some kind of smoothness in the transition, all this code, right? Duration is 150 millisecond, timing is there, proper. Okay, so if you check now, it will be like more smooth kind of transition. Okay, fine. So we added something, some style, right? And this is not a good idea to copy the code. Like, we should write the dry, right? Don't repeat your code. So how are you going to solve that problem? Because right now we just have 2 links. What if we get more links, right? And if there is some logic in your link here, you can add some conditions also. So there will be a lot of class names, lot of things repeating, right? So this is the issue. So first let's fix the link, right? Okay, before we work on the link, let's add the logo here. Okay, get some kind of logo, right? So React icons, you guys know already, right? React icons, okay, you guys know already. That will be, I think, a bug something right here. Let's see. Yeah, AI fill bug, right? So this is the, you know, issue tracker, bug tracker, something like that. So we're gonna copy this. But the thing is, I don't install. I have not React icons. I have not installed in my computer. So let's install that. npm install React icons. See, now we're only working on the navbar, right? And just try to do, I mean, look at the different things we can do with the navbar. Okay, so we install the React icons. Now we can import here, import this one from React icons, and that was the library AI. Good. Now I'm going to replace this logo with my bug. Good to go, right? So hopefully, I mean, we can give some size also. Okay, let's look at how it looks now, because we are no more online, right? That's fine. So, you know, later, right, I will just tell you now, I'm going to install it. Later we're going to need one more library that is called class names, right? Why? Okay, let's find that one first and see how it looks. npm install class names, this one, right? So we have to install this class names. So what this does, right, based on condition true and false, basically this is a function, right? You're gonna have the class name, let's say class names. Why is it like that? Basically this is a function. Okay, that's the function here. Yeah, I think this is required. Class names, you can call it this name or whatever name you can call, right? Here they put it in the different name, but this is a function, and inside that function you will pass the object, and inside that object you will define your CSS property, like button passed, button over, and based on true and false, right, it will display, it will do the work. Okay, so say if in your HTML, right, if there is a lot of classes and there is a lot of conditions, and we will see why we need that. Okay, why this will be in the future when you're working with the large projects and when there are so many conditions applying in your but somewhere in your HTML. How you gonna track all that, right? It becomes difficult to track. Okay, so to make things easy, more clean code, this class library help, right? So let's install and I will explain in our code later. So this is the only thing until now, this is the only thing you guys are seeing first time, but this is, I mean, this is not, here it will be easy, right? npm install class names. Okay, done. So that is the only thing we're going to install today. npm run development, because I don't want to cut again and run this. So let's go back and okay, so now, right, let's check our code here. Where is the live view? Not this one. Refresh the page. So you see the bug now, right? Yeah, so we can increase maybe a little bit. If you want, make it big, give a class name here. Let's say font, I think text, right? Text maybe LG. It increased a little bit, right? If we make it 2XL, yeah, that's fine. All right, so guys, we are there now, right? So logo part is done. So just this, now let's look at this code, right? This CSS here. Imagine I have this link 10 times. Is it a good idea to copy all this 10 times? All right, so we're gonna get smart and just create one link. I mean, we can create outside in separate file, but I'll just add it here for now. This is small code, right? So I'll just put this variable here. I can have the object id 1 and href, I believe. Yeah, so the first one is home page, right? And why is okay not equal sign, guys, help me, because I'm creating an object. Okay, and then href and then what else? Label. Let's give a label, right? label. Label will be, the label for this one is what? This is the home page. So what is the label for home page? There is something. Oh, okay, this is the dashboard, right? Yeah, let's add the dashboard. So that's the string, let's put it like that. Good. So we have only 2 links, so for now I just create 2 objects, no need to create too many. And the second one is issue, and id will be 2, and here will be issue page, issues, right? Good. So the links now, I think I will just comment this out for now. Okay, so that is, I don't have that, right? In the UL, what I will do, I will put this curly bracket and links dot map, and I have each link, and then what I will do, I will render this link now, right? Link with href, so that will be, so we are getting the href from the link now, right? So yeah, so that means I just put link dot href, but remember we have to add key also, guys, later, right? So here will be label, right? Link dot label. Thing is here, because we're missing key, so that will be link dot id. Fine. So now look at here, right? This link, look at here, I just removed that I mean li we don't need to put, right? Let's leave it. So this class name I can copy and put there, just one place, and delete this all. We don't need this. See, I do not repeat now, right? This class name, if I have even 10 nav link, right, just put in the object here one by one. So 3 4 5 6, my job will be done automatically. Good, right? So look at here. So see, now both has the 500, but if I hover, if I hover, right, it changed now. See, it's just working. So we don't have issue page, okay? That's what is home page, fine, but issue page I don't have, right? So I get 404 page found, page not found. So I think better to let's add this page here, issue page. Now we're gonna need that. So that is our first page. Okay, so when you're creating the route issues, you must add page, right? TypeScript. So React, and that will be issue page. Okay, so that is the issue page. So now, see that issue page is here already. Okay, this is not in the center, right? So see, these are the child page. Now this is all will be child page. So what we can do in the layout, I believe, in this child, right? Yeah, so let's make this main here in one main page and put inside the main, and then add here a class name and give padding x, maybe 5. Okay, so at least it will be moved in the center, not center, but at least there is some space on the right side, left side. Okay, done. So the now last portion remaining, right? The adding, basically we are styling our link. Okay, so adding the active link, right? How are we going to do that? Active link. So when I click this, I want my link to be dark, like selected, right? If I click here, it should be active, So for that reason, when I click this, there is a hook in the Next.js, right? So that hooks we have to use. So what is that hook name? Use not router, right? What is that? Let me check. Okay, so see all this navbar link here. You have that, correct? Everything looks fine. But yeah, so we need, I didn't add the hook here, right? So let's go to our code. So that's this one, and I want to check now, right? Because I don't remember the code. So let's go to the commit, and on the bottom, so style the active link in the navbar. That's my commit, right? So I just want to go the history here, history, right? Or maybe I can check what are the deep changes I added, but for now I'll just go to the history, and in my app, and I will go to the navbar here. Fine. So okay, so these things I have done. So use path name, right? That is the hooks I'm using. Use path name from next navigation. So let's import that, right? And when you, this is the browser API now, right? Because hooks is the client side. Okay, so we must change our page to client page. So let's do that, guys. So let's go here. That will be use, what was that? Use client, right? Client. Now import use, what is that? Use navigation, use path name. So you're just gonna know how this works, right? From the next navigation. Okay, So let's go here, const path name equal to use path name, like that. Okay, so why we need this? Because when I click something, right, any route, I need to know which route is that. So let's console log and find out. So this will give me the path name what I'm selecting. Okay, so this is the client now. So let's go to the client page. So this will be localhost. Go to inspect, console, clean this. I don't know what is that error. So I will click now dashboard. So I think I'm in a dashboard already, but let's click issue now, right? See, I get /issues. That is the route, /issues, right? If I click dashboard, that's the root route. If I click this logo, that is the root route also, but it did not give why, because I'm still in the root route, right? So maybe, but I click issue, then yeah, I get that. Clear? So that's the route it gives me, right? When I click, I have that path name automatically available. Very nice. So this path name is available to me. I will remove this console, I don't need. So you know what gonna happen now, right? I will add the condition here. So let's put this. To add condition, I need to do this backtick. Basically I will add this, right, like that, and then I'm gonna put a backtick and put all this code there, right? Because I need to write some JavaScript now. Okay, so the first thing is, right, I said let's say here I will write now. Oh god. So here I said this link dot href. So to insert the JavaScript, I need to put $sign. You know, I cannot write like that. So I said link dot href is equal to path name. If they are matched, when I clicking the any route, I get this path name, correct, and that is equal to this link href, because we have the link also. Remember the mapping, right? If that matches, then I want to render the dark color, right? So that will be text. So I have to add the string now, right? So text dash zinc zinc, maybe I will put 900. Okay, that is the one. Else I want to display this text, so that is again string text zinc 500. Zinc 500. Okay, so I will take this out now, right? So let's see if everything looks okay. Yeah, so I will remove this, I don't need that. And also hover I will leave it, transition I will leave it, right? The only thing I was looking at is when this path name matches to this href, if that is true, then display the 900, else display 500. So let's see if that works. So if I click now dashboard, so it does not look but you can see now, right? Look at here, this is dark now. Look at this, it's selected. Yeah, you guys can see clearly now. If I click on issue, right, so the issue is dark, issues, right? If I click dashboard, so that is already working. I can select the link. Yeah, so it's working, guys. So that is the reason for that, right? We just add some condition. Okay, so this is the simple condition, right? That is a simple condition. But let's say if you have a lot of conditions like this in your link or somewhere in the class name, how are you gonna manage, right? So that's the reason we added that class name library. So look at our code and see how it is written. we almost finished. Okay guys, so you have a class name here, right? Still the class name and the curly bracket, and inside you pass the function called class names. So you have to import that. Okay, so you have to import like this. So let's import that and write down import class names from that library called class names. Done. And here we just write now class names, and this is a function and it will take object. Okay, and now you define your CSS here, right? So the CSS will be first one, right? Let's say for 900 color, for example, let's say when the like this, when the text is zinc 900, that is my CSS, correct? Then what will be the true condition? That I need to bring a true condition, right? So that will be if the link dot href is equal to path name. See, so because I'm defining the property and the value, that is, and the value will be boolean, true and false. So it will work whenever there is true condition. And see, this class name will, it will send the string of CSS on the condition, based on condition later. It will do, see what we have done here, right? This class name will do automatically, but it just make more easy way to write the CSS now. Comma, because object. Now I want to have a text zinc, how much? 500. When tell me, someone give me idea. When link dot href is not equal to path name. See, that will be false. Every time when there is false, then you add that 500. Clear? And we have this more thing here, right? These things, hover and all that, right? So how are we going to take care of that one? So let's put it here all, and it will be always there. Just put true, and delete all this. Now we don't need. So I think I deleted the one bracket, right? Yeah, because the dollar sign, if I remove this bracket dollar sign, I don't know if that will work. I put a class name here, right? No, I have to put the dollar sign because I'm inserting the JavaScript. Okay, and this label will be there, and we have this link tag, and something is not correct now. The nav, what is not saying nav, right?
I think you forgot to close the backtick.
Maybe, right? Let's see. So there and here, right? So even yeah, so I don't know why. No, not there. I think I'm missing something, guys. Just give me a second. Okay, so that is, I close here, I close that class, I close this one, and I think I need to add one more, right? So backtick and maybe this. Yeah, so I hope that should work. Let's see if I added everything same right here. So okay, even maybe even if we don't put class name, I think it will work. Okay, sorry, dollar sign, right? Yeah. So in the curly bracket, because we are inserting the function directly, right? I mean, in the curly bracket we can add the JavaScript directly. Okay, so let's see if this work. This will work also. Okay, this will work also, right? So yeah, it just working now. Look at here, right? it will work, but you can simplify this by, no need to put this. You don't need this, right? You don't need all these things, and you don't need this. Okay, because we know, right, in HTML here you can just put the curly bracket and you write the JavaScript directly, because the class name is the JavaScript function. That is what you are writing, right? And then you passing the object, but in the object you can write the string, any kind of data property, does not matter. You just have to be, this is the variables, fine, this is the variable, fine, but these are the long names, so you put in the string, that is okay. So that is fine, this is all okay, right? So that should work also. So let me delete this. All right guys, so that is yeah, so this is done. I believe this is done now. So this is working now, right? This is the dashboard and this is the issue page. So tomorrow we're going to work on the issue page. What you guys can do is read our documentation, right? Our this bug tracker documentation. You know how to find out the code in the commit. Also, if you have any issue, look at that, read carefully. If something you see, import something like this, you know what to do, how to understand that import means. This is a piece of software built by someone and which is very useful, right? So we are just importing that and using in our code, and we know how to use that. Okay, memorize it, what we have done today, right? I will stop here and I will put the video right now. Okay.